Wow, look at all that chocolate oozing out from the cake. Hi, my name is Charlotte and today we're going to make chocolate lava cake with my assistant Adora. So, first things first, you're going to prep your ramekins. So what you need to do is just get melted butter the ramekin, and just dust the ramekin with flour, but lightly. So Adora is right now occupied with some flour and water and mixing it, but that's just to occupy her. You don't need to do that. So first, you have to go over to the stove and we're going to melt our chocolate and butter. So you want to set up a double boiler, which is where you put some hot water about a quarter from the pan. The bowl shouldn't be touching the hot water, just in case that happens. So it shouldn't be touching the water. Heat up the pan on low, just so the water's on a nice simmer, and you're going to put your butter and your chocolate, and then you're just going to start mixing it until it melts. So I'm using softened unsalted butter, just because that will make it easier to melt than straight from the fridge. But yeah, just keep on mixing that until it's all melted. And what a double boiler does is that it gently melts it, because if you put it in the microwave, it might burn the chocolate without you knowing. But if you want to, you can take the risk and put it in a microwave if you want to save less time. But I suggest using a double boiler. As you can see, it's starting to melt, so it does take a bit of time, about 5 to 6 minutes, or maybe even longer it depends on how soft your butter is. You want to constantly stir it, so don't go away for too long because it might start to burn. And how you know it's burning is that the bottom would be very dry and it'll be hard to kind of mix. Because see how when I'm mixing, it's very loose, but when the chocolate's burnt, there'll be clumps at the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so now our chocolate butter mixture is all melted. You're going to want to set that aside. Turn off the heat. Just let it sit on the pan. If you want to, you can use hand protection because the steam might come up. Be careful though, it's very hot. Okay, and put that on the side, just to let it cool. So now over here, we're going to get a large sized bowl and we're going to crack in 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. Okay. So how I like to get rid of the egg white is just placing the egg yolk back and forth in the shells, or you can use your hand to get rid of the egg whites, but I like to use the traditional way and do the eggshell back and forth. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so now once you've got your egg yolks, you can save the egg whites for an egg white omelette. After you put your eggs in, you're gonna put in some sugar and some salt. A pinch of salt is good. Okay. Okay, so once you've done putting the sugar, you're gonna beat it. You're gonna beat it on high speed for 5 minutes or until the eggs has expanded and it's really light in color and fluffy. Okay, so now once you've beaten that for 5 minutes or maybe even more, it should be light in color and fluffy. So now you're gonna get your chocolate mixture. It should be barely warm, so make sure it's not too hot, that otherwise it will scorch or cook the eggs and there will be egg pieces in your chocolate lava cake and nobody would like that. So once you've done that, you're gonna pour it all into the egg mixture. Make sure you get all of that delicious chocolate and butter into the egg mixture. Once you've done that, you're going to pour in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. And then you're going to fold in the mixture. At first it will seem like there's not enough chocolate for the egg mixture, but when you mix it, it will start to become brown and chocolatey. So as you can see, it's nice and chocolatey and brown, a deep brown. You're going to go ahead and you put 3 tablespoons of plain flour or all-purpose flour. This may seem like a little bit of flour, but that's the key to getting that really nice oozing chocolate in the middle. Fold in. Fold your batter until all the flour is well incorporated and there's no chunks of flour, butter, or maybe even eggs. Okay, and you don't want to over mix the batter. So the key is for the prettiest and delicious lava cake is good presentation. So what you want to do is get a trigger release ice cream scoop. If you don't have this, you can use, you can just pour it in or use a tablespoon or a spoon and just pour it in evenly between your prepared ramekins. And this will just make it easier to pour, even though I'm making a mess. So start with 2 spoons in each ramekin, so you get an even amount of butter in your ramekins. Now, you can get lava cake from the store like Domino's, but I find that making homemade is way better, fun, and it's really nice, and it's actually very easy to make. Okay, so when you get to the littlest amount of batter, you want to really scrape down the edges of the bowl so you get all that batter, because you don't want to waste any precious batter. Okay, so once you've finished cleaning your ramekins, you're just going to kind of tap it out so that it all balances out, and then put it into an oven preheated at 230 degrees Celsius for 11 to 13 minutes. Now we wait while I clean up. Okay. Alright, so now the chocolate lava cakes are all out of the oven. It's time to decorate and present our chocolate lava cake. So putting them onto a plate, just beware let the chocolate cake sit for 1 minute in their ramekins so that it stays warm. Run a knife around the edge so that it doesn't get stuck, and then put it onto a plate. Now you're going to dust it with some powdered sugar or icing sugar. Put as much icing sugar as you want. Okay. Now have some fresh berries. We have raspberries, but you can use strawberries, blueberries, and then put it on. You want to eat it? Okay, you can eat. Okay, and then now you're going to put in some raspberries. Now that's all done. Let's check out the inside of the cake. Wow, look at all that chocolate oozing out from the cake. It's creamy and it's delicious. It's really a treat. Okay, and our lava cakes, Adora. Cheese. Get your tea? Cheese. Yummy? Okay, let's eat. Yummy. Look at my lava. Okay, milk time.